Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. NFL Week 2. Why I wrote 4 down, I'll never know. Week 2. Whew. How about them Monday night games? Alright, I've talked about my fantasy team on here multiple times. I would rather lose in fantasy by 40 versus 2. Last night, with 2 minutes and 5 seconds, 10 seconds left in that game, guy I was playing had Mari Cooper and Robert Woods going, receiver for both teams. I had the Rams defense. I was down by 2. Sitting there watching, I'm watching Stat Tracker on Yahoo. Cussing. Like, damn it, down by fucking 2. I'm going to lose this fucker by 2. I'm even thinking at that point, you know what, Raiders, just throw a freaking touchdown to Mari Cooper. Let's just fucking make this, at least double digits. Because 2, it's like, fuck, my tight end, Travis Kelce, had 1 point. So at least if I lose by double digits, there was nothing. I mean, I had the my ultimate lineup in. It just, Ben Roethlisberger had 12 points and Travis Kelce won. So yeah, whatever. I'm going to lose. Fuck it. Whatever. God damn it, Rams defense. How about that? How about that pick 6? Oh, God damn it. I was stoked when I seen that. I'm like, Rams touchdown. What? The Raiders just had the ball. I looked on again, went, pick 6. What? So yeah, that made my night. Alright, week 2 of the NFL season picks here. Oh. You know what? Y'all go missed out how I did week 1 because I didn't add it up. So you'll have to wait till next week to find out how I did on week 1 and week 2. Alright, so Thursday night game is the 1-0 Baltimore Ravens versus the 1-0 Cincinnati Bengals. This is actually a pick game right now. Baltimore was favored by 3, but the line got changed to a pick'em. So I'm actually going to go with the 3 on the spread. Yeah, because I want the win there. So I'm picking Baltimore to win, covering the 3, and then over on the 44. Next, we have the 0-1 Indianapolis Colts. Is that not bad luck for the Colts? I mean, you get Andrew Luck back, and you still lose. I mean, Andrew Luck is supposed to be the savior for the team. Washington 1-0. Alex Smith looked good. Washington favored by 5.5. I do have them winning, covering, and under on the 45.5. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers 1-0 versus the Atlanta Falcons 0-1. Now, this is a good AFC South matchup here. Is Carolina good enough to win the AFC South? Is Atlanta, was week 1 a fluke, or was that the way the Atlanta is going to be this year? Falcons are favored by 5.5 at home. I'm giving the 5.5 to Carolina. Got them winning, covering, and over on the 44. Next, we have the San Diego Chargers 0-1. Oh, what a heartbreaking loss that was. Versus the Buffalo Bills 0-1. Is Buffalo really that bad? Or, yeah, they're that bad. Chargers favored by a touchdown. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 43. The Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans. Both teams 0-1. This is another one of those games. It's a pick 'em. I did see the opening line was Houston by 1. So I got Houston. I'm giving them the 1, covering that, and under on the 43.5. How do you not cover 1? Oh, you get into the tie. Cleveland can't win the game. Alright. So I got Houston, giving the 1, covering, under on the 43.5. Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles 1-0 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1-0. Philadelphia favored by 3. So Tampa Bay, Ryan Fitzpatrick lit it fucking up. And I was reading online this morning where his sons play fantasy football. The youngest son convinced the oldest son to pick up his dad in the fantasy league and start him. Number one, if you're the son of an NFL quarterback and your dad is starting, why wouldn't you have him on your fantasy team? I don't care who your dad is. Why wouldn't that be your number 1 draft pick? I'm Ryan Fitzpatrick's son. I'm going to take Ryan Fitzpatrick number 1. And started him and won. So that was a cool story to read. I don't think it's going to happen here. Philadelphia favored by 3. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 44.5. Next, we have the winless Cleveland Browns. They can't fucking win, so they tie. 1 win in 2 years, and now they have a tie. 0-1 versus the New Orleans Saints at 0-1. Saints favored by 8. Could there be a second tie? Has any team ever had 2 ties in a year in Super Bowl era history? Let's look that up. What happens if they start the season with 2 ties? 0-2. Anything's possible. So I'm picking the Saints to win. I had the Browns covering to 8. So does that mean if I have Browns covering to 8, if it ties, I win? Over on the 50. Well, just imagine the Browns have 2 ties to start the season. Miami 1-0 versus the New York Jets 1-0. Sam Darnold. First NFL game starting. First NFL regular season play. Let's throw a pass. His first NFL pass turns into his first NFL interception. His first interception return for a touchdown. I thought this game was going to be just ugly after that. The Jets getting the victory. This is another pick-em. The opening line was Miami by 1.5. I'm giving the Jets the 1.5. I got them covering, and I'm taking the under on the 43. Jet. Let's go Jets. Is Sam Darnold the next Joe Namath? There's the question that's going to take probably a decade to answer. Is Sam Darnold the next Joe Namath? Alright, next we have the Kansas City Chiefs, 1-0, versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, 0-1. Steelers are favored by 5.5. Le'Veon who? Who's that running back that's holding out or sitting out for Pittsburgh? I don't know his name anymore. James Connors. How about that? How about that Wednesday night free agent pickup in fantasy football? Bam. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, that's how you win fantasy league right there. Not really. I suck at fantasy, but hey, I picked him up. I took a shot, and it worked out in week 1. Pittsburgh favored by 5.5. I do have the Steelers winning. I want Big Ben to have a big game because I have him as starting quarterback in my fantasy league. Yes, I do my picks based on my fantasy team. I do have Kansas City's kicker, though, and Kansas City's tight end. So, yeah, I'm torn here. But I got Steelers winning. I got Kansas City covering the 5.5. Then I'm taking over on the 53. Next, we have Minnesota Vikings. Hey, Gio's team. 1-0 versus the Green Bay Packers, who are also 1-0. Is Aaron Rodgers playing in game week 2? No one knows. No, Kirk Cousins is playing. I know the Vikings are 1-0. Green Bay is actually favored by 1 in this game. At least the one that I read. I'm giving the 1 to Minnesota. Got Minnesota winning. I got Minnesota covering, taking over in 46.5. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals at 0-1 versus the Los Angeles Rams at 1-0. Two former St. Louis teams. Here you go, St. Louis football fans. Here's your 2 NFL teams. Rams favored by 10.5. I got them winning, covering, and over in 47. Next, we have the Detroit Lions 0-1 versus the San Francisco 49ers 0-1. Jimmy Garoppolo coming off his first loss ever as a starting quarterback. How's he going to bounce back from that? San Francisco favored by a field goal at home. I'm the winning, covering, and over on the 48. Next, we have the New England Patriots 1-0 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars 1-0. New England is only favored by 2 on the road here. I got them winning. I got the Patriots winning, covering the 2, and over on the 45. Next, with the Oakland Raiders, Vegas Raiders versus the 0-1 versus the 1-0 Denver Broncos. A big AFC West matchup here. What the hell are the Raiders doing? So, Denver favored by 4.5. What are the Raiders right now? Are they trying to be like the Rams were a couple years ago, where they tanked shit before they left? I mean, I don't know what Gruden is doing here. Is it going to pay off? Is it the first year they're in Vegas? Are they a Super Bowl winning team? Who knows? But Broncos are favored by 4.5 at home. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 45.5. Next, we have the New York Football Giants 0-1 versus the Dallas Cowboys 0-1. This matchup is intriguing. When both of these teams are good, this is a game to watch. This is the primetime game. This is the game that, everyone tunes into. The Giants and the Cowboys. Two of the most historic franchises in football. When they're bad, do you really want to watch? Dallas favored by 3. Is Saquon Barkley is that what Eli needs to get over the top? Is Odell Beckham Jr. that good? Are they just a mediocre franchise? I am taking the Giants to win. I'm giving the Giants to 3. I have them covering and under on the 42. And then on Monday Night Football, we have the 0-1 Seattle Seahawks versus the 0-1 Chicago Bears. Chicago favored by 3. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 43. So that's going to wrap up week number 2 of the NFL football season. I will have next week I will have the results from week 1 and week 2. How I didn't add those up, I'll never know. If you're a college football fan, make sure you check out the college football week 3 preview. Everything's just blurring together right now. If you're a NASCAR fan, make sure you check out the NASCAR Round of 16 playoff preview, and then each and every race throughout the playoffs for the Camping World Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series, each race preview. I did my NFL playoff prediction, kind of, in whatever you want to call it, right before the season started. And I've been thinking about some things I'd said in there about the season, what they should do. Is they need to have 2 preseason games only. Make the regular season 17 games. 8 home games, 8 road games, 1 neutral site game. Each team gets 2 bye weeks. Week 1, you have 2 Thursday night games to start week 1. Like you have 2 Monday night games, you have 2 Thursday night games to start week 1. So, in week 2 for Thursday game, you would have one team from each of those games play each other. So you'd have 2 teams play 2 Thursdays in a row. You would give at least 2 teams week 2 as the first bye week. Then you have every week there's somebody on a bye. The following week they play on Thursday. So you don't have the back-to-back, the Sunday through Thursday games. So every team has 2 bye weeks. Starting in week 2 is your first bye week. 2 teams have week 2 as a bye week. They play Thursday of week 3. And then you're done all down the schedule. So for week 1, you have 2 Thursday games. 2 of those teams play each other on the following Thursday. And you do your bye weeks. Then you have your 17. Each team plays a neutral site game. So you have 16 neutral site games. 32 teams. So then the NFL could have the London games. You could have games in, wherever you want to have them. Or there's not an NFL team right now. In St. Louis. In Oakland. In, wherever else, big city that, you thought of future expansion in. Maybe you have some in Canada and Mexico. Maybe Hawaii, maybe a regular season game. So you have the ability to do this. Maybe Australia. Maybe Mumbai. Maybe wherever, But anyway, so that's my thoughts on that. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.